Hey NBA fans, big news brewing around Jonathan Kuminga and his future in the league. If you're curious about where this young, explosive forward might land next, you're in the right place. Today, we're breaking down the latest reports, trade drama, contract offers, and what this all means for Kuminga and the teams involved. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more NBA updates, and drop a comment below with your thoughts on Kuminga's next move. Let's jump right in. Jonathan Kuminga, now entering his 5th year with the Golden State Warriors, has reportedly made a clear choice about his next destination. According to ESPN's Mark J. Spears, Kuminga is leaning heavily toward a move to the Sacramento Kings instead of the Phoenix Suns. Why? Because Sacramento is offering him something the Suns and Warriors haven't: a guaranteed starting spot at power forward. On the July 30th episode of NBA Today, Spears shared inside details from a recent Zoom call Kuminga had with the Kings' top brass, including General Manager Scott Perry, Assistant GM B.J. Armstrong, and head coach Doug Christie. The message was clear: Kuminga wants in, and the Kings want him right alongside their young stars, Keegan Murray and Domantas Sabonis. This starting role is a huge deal for Kuminga, who is eager to establish himself as a core player on a rising team. But the story doesn't stop there. While Kuminga wants Sacramento, the Golden State Warriors aren't making it easy. The Warriors have reportedly rejected the Phoenix Suns trade offer, which included players Royce O'Neal and Nick Richards, plus 4 second-round picks. The sticking point? The Warriors insist on receiving at least 1 unprotected first-round pick in any deal for Kuminga, and the Suns don't have that kind of asset to trade. The Suns did put forth their best offer in a sign-and-trade scenario, including a lucrative 4-year, $90 million deal for Kuminga. That's a serious money offer. However, because Phoenix lacks attractive assets to offer in return, they couldn't get the deal done. Plus, there's a complicated wrinkle involving Kuminga's contract rights. The Warriors proposed a 1+1 contract, meaning 1 guaranteed year with a player option for the second, which would include an inherent no-trade clause giving Kuminga some control over where he ends up next. But here's the kicker. The Warriors have reportedly demanded that Kuminga waive that no-trade clause, similar to what D'Angelo Russell did in his Lakers deal last summer. This means Kuminga would lose some control over his next destination, and that's something he's not necessarily thrilled about. Let's talk money. Kuminga's camp initially pitched a 3-year, $82 million contract framework. The Warriors, however, lowballed him with a 2-year offer worth just $40 million. They later sweetened the pot slightly to 2 years and $45 million. But that's still a far cry from what Sacramento and Phoenix have on the table. The Kings and Suns are offering longer-term deals, bigger guaranteed money, and a clearer path to a meaningful role. Sources say Kuminga prefers these offers because they represent a fresh start, more respect, and greater career control, all crucial for a young player looking to grow and prove himself. To put it in perspective, Phoenix's proposal is nearly $70 million more guaranteed than Golden State's latest offer. NBA analyst Austin Rivers weighed in on the situation, and his take might resonate with a lot of you. He said, "That's not a place that historically has developed young talent." He's right. The Warriors, while a championship-winning machine, have tended to build around their superstar, Steph Curry, rather than develop younger players as primary options. Steph himself made headlines recently, saying he's nowhere near retirement, and the team's focus remains firmly on him. They even signed Jimmy Butler, a player in a similar position to Kuminga, to a massive 2-year, $120 million extension. That sends a strong message about the Warriors' priorities. From Kuminga's perspective, that doesn't exactly scream future cornerstone, does it? So what does this mean for the Warriors? They're in a tricky spot. They want to get something significant in return for Kuminga, an asset that could help their championship window remain open. But Kuminga wants more security, respect, and a leading role elsewhere. If the Warriors continue to lowball, they risk losing a talented young player who clearly sees his future outside of Golden State. For the Kings, landing Kuminga would be a big win. They're building a young, dynamic core with Sabonis and Murray. And Kuminga's athleticism and upside could be the perfect fit alongside them. Offering him a starting role is a strong sign of confidence in his ability and potential. Meanwhile, the Suns remain in the mix, but face challenges without the draft capital to seal the deal. Their money offer shows they value Kuminga, but without assets, it's tough to sway the Warriors. So NBA fans, here's where we stand. Jonathan Kuminga wants out of Golden State and prefers the Sacramento Kings offer of a starting spot and longer contract. The Warriors want to protect their assets and are playing hardball on trade terms and contract structure. The Suns have put forth the most lucrative deal, but lack the trade assets to make it happen. Will the Warriors relent and accept a first-round pick for Kuminga? Will Kuminga waive his no-trade clause? Or will the young forward test free agency next summer if a deal doesn't get done? One thing's for sure, this story is far from over, and it's one to watch closely. What do you think, NBA community? Should Kuminga push harder for a trade to Sacramento? Would you rather see him in Phoenix or stay in Golden State? Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments. I'm eager to hear what you all think. And if you want the latest, in-depth NBA news and analysis, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown and share this video with your fellow Hoops fans. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.